Okay, so I'm gonna do one more segment today. I just got done getting ready. I have a show tonight, actually, which I'm really excited for. We were off for the past couple months recording an album, and we actually haven't even played anywhere in town, like where from, in several months. And so I'm actually really excited because I'm hoping a lot of my friends and maybe family will come out and see us. It's at one of my favorite bars, which is really cool. Um, I can't wait. For this one, I really wanted to talk about or touch more on the social anxiety, which I had talked about, is why I'm kind of even doing these videos. Um, it's sometimes a hard thing to talk about. Like, a lot of people don't get it, and so it's very like white and gray. So I'm just going to talk about like my experience with it and like how I've came to even realize that it's affecting me so bad. So like when I was little, I didn't really always want to hang out. I kind of just enjoyed my own company. Um, I would actually like not answer the phone because I just didn't want to talk to people if I didn't like know what they wanted to talk about. Like it would just like throw me off. Um, and again, like I said in the last video, like a lot of the times it ends up being like they think you're trying to avoid them, and which I guess in a way you kind of are. But it's kind of hard to force yourself because when you experience the anxiety from this, like you kind of build patterns and have things planned, and everything just needs to like always flow. So, like, when somebody would call me like that day and they're just want to hang out, and I wasn't planning on hanging out with anybody, then I'm just like, oh, sorry, I'm not prepared. So, like, you kind of have to like work your way up to doing things. And for me, like, even making a phone call to make like an appointment to go to the doctors or to go and do anything, like, I have to build myself up to do it. And then whenever I actually like accomplish that, like if I make even like an appointment for a day, like I feel so like I did so much just because like it's such a struggle, and it really does. It wears you down, and if you suffer social anxiety, you'd completely get it. So I just really think people who don't really need to just like understand and have try to be sympathetic, but at the same time, you just have to know how to handle it, and that's all. Like you can talk people down from things. Like I said, my boyfriend's really good at helping me when I'm having panic attacks. Really, it's all about just like grounding yourself, and like breathing is a big thing, which even my therapist, she just talks about that. We even talked about it recently, and it really does help. Like if you are anxious and just like feeling like you don't want to be somewhere and you're just trapped, like at work, the best thing to do is just you have to breathe, like deep breaths in and out, and it really, really works. So if you experience anything like this, just try to do something like that. And of course, you probably already know these things. But again, I just wanted to talk about my experience from it. Um, so when I got older, and again, I still didn't understand why I was like this. I just thought I was not interested in being around people as much. And I'm very outgoing, and I sometimes think I'm like really funny and like make people laugh, but at the same time, it's sometimes I feel like it's an act. It just, I don't know. But like, yeah, when I was growing up, even in school, I just couldn't even handle being there like the whole week. I would do 5 days in a row, and I couldn't handle it. So a lot of the times I would just skip like Wednesday. just to break the week in half, so that way it made it a little easier. And then you start missing school, and they're yelling at you, and you're just like, I'm sorry, I'm sick, and your mom's yelling at you because you're skipping school, and she doesn't believe that you're sick when you say you're sick. So she kind of caught on, but she still didn't understand why I was doing it so often, and neither did I. So, like I said, I kind of self-diagnosed the social anxiety at first, and that was like whenever I started seeing things on Tumblr about it, mostly, like, and seeing all these symptoms and things that people were experiencing, and then it made sense that that's kind of what I was going through. So then I started researching, and then I started talking to my doctors and doing all that stuff, and that's a process in itself, because where I live, I don't even have a doctor near me. I have to drive about 2 hours to be able to even like get my hormone levels checked. I don't have a doctor here, and I don't really trust anybody because I'm weird about going places. So like I told my doctor that I trust him, and so he's helping me, like treating me for it, and hopefully finding something that helps. But it's very serious, and a lot of people don't understand. And we just need people to be understanding and work with us. It's really about that, like, because you can make it a lot worse if you, like, I'd have people tell me all the time, like, oh, just get over it. Oh, you're an adult. You just have to do it. Suck it up. Do this. And honestly, it will make somebody who's freaking out about these kind of things, it'll make it a lot worse. And so, as silly as it sounds, it's silly to them too. And it's silly to me when I'm going through it. So, it helps whenever somebody else is just like, calm down, it'll be okay. And, it's weird, I have a cat sitting on me right now. But yeah, it's just understanding. That's all we need. And that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss in this video. And I'm sure I'll probably talk more about social anxiety because it's a big thing. I'm trying to make people in my own life understand it, and they're struggling. My own parents don't get it. They're finally starting to see how much it is affecting me. I mean, I went from working full-time to working like 2 days a week, and I'm playing my band, and that's can be hard too. However, like, it's actually something I'm kind of good at, so it kind of feels like I have like this buffer whenever like I'm up there on and I'm playing. Plus, I'm like not the focus. I'm just the drummer, so the other members are the ones people I feel like are watching. But it helps because I'm forcing myself to get out there, even though sometimes it's hard. But it, like I said, it's something I enjoy, so it makes it a little bit easier. Unlike when I'm at work and you're forced to be what I always explain to be like, you're like an animal at the zoo. I mean, they have these huge glass windows where they, like, people look in and they come in, and you have to talk to them and you have to be there for them. And it's hard when you're you're in the midst of like an anxiety like attack, and you can't go anywhere. I mean, there's so many times I sneak to the back room just to like pretend like I'm going to the bathroom just to like breathe for a second because it's so overwhelming. And like I said, doing these shows, it's not as hard. So that's why that's something I want to pursue. I mean, I used to even have my own photography business, and I ran that for a few years. But once it started getting so bad, I had to go to these places and meet these people by myself. It started to get really hard, and I just couldn't do it. So I haven't been doing the photography. But I'm hoping to one day get back into it because honestly, I don't know what else to do other than the music. So here's to hoping I can get on with it and I'm going to do stuff with that maybe with these videos too, so you guys can all get a better understanding of like what my art's like. So, but that about wraps it up for this video. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.